Hello students, today I am going to discuss the NCERT question and answers for the next chapter, that is force and laws of motion. First question is, which of the following has more inertia? A rubber ball and a stone of the same size. So as you know, greater is the mass, greater is the inertia. So a stone has more mass as compared to a rubber ball, so it will have more inertia also. So here a stone has more inertia because it has more mass as compared to a rubber ball. A bicycle and a train. A train has more mass, so it will have more inertia as compared to a bicycle. A 5 rupee coin and a 1 rupee coin. So a 5 rupee coin has more inertia because it has more mass than a 1 rupee coin. Next question. In the following example, try to identify the number of times the velocity of the ball changes. A football player kicks a football to another player of his team who kicks the football towards the goal. The goalkeeper of the opposite team collects the football and kicks it toward a player of his own team. Now, in this statement, we have to determine how many times the velocity of the ball changes. So, let us read this statement again and try to find out the number of times the velocity of the ball changes. A football player kicks a football to another player of his team. This is the first time velocity of the ball changes. 1. Who kicks the football towards the goal? Second time. The goalkeeper of the opposite team collects the football. This is the third time because ball will stop when the ball is collected by the goalkeeper. So 3 times. And kicks it towards a player of his own team. Fourth time. So velocity of the football changes 4 times. Explain why some of the leaves may get detached from a tree if we vigorously shake its branch. So if we vigorously shake the branch of a tree, it starts moving in the to and fro manner. But the leaves that are attached to the branch, they tend to remain at rest due to inertia. So they detach from the branch and fall down. देखिए जब ट्री की ब्रांच को हमने शेक किया तो उसने टू एंड फ्रो मूव करना शुरू कर दिया, यानी मोशन में आ गई. लेकिन जो लीव्स अटैच्ड हैं ब्रांच के साथ वो इनर्शिया की वजह से रेस्ट में ही रहना चाहती हैं. तो आप इमेजिन कीजिए ब्रांच इज मूविंग और जो लीव्स हैं वो रेस्ट में है, तो क्या होगा, वो डिटैच हो जाएंगी और डिटैच होकर के नीचे गिर जाएंगी. Why do you fall in the forward direction when a moving bus brakes to stop and fall backwards when it accelerates from the rest? Suppose you are sitting in a bus and bus is moving. Now the driver of the bus, he applies the brake suddenly and the bus stops. So what happens? You fall in the forward direction. It happens because the lower part of your body, which is in contact with the floor of the bus, it has also come to the rest along with the bus. But the upper part of your body, it tend to remain in motion due to inertia. So your body fall in the forward direction. Now imagine another situation. You are sitting in a bus and it starts suddenly. So your body fall in the backward direction. Because the lower part of your body, which is in contact with the floor of the bus, it has come to motion along with the bus. But the upper part of your body, it tend to remain at rest due to inertia. So it will fall in the backward direction. Next question. If action is always equal to the reaction, explain how a horse can pull a cart. Now you know, according to Newton's third law of motion, to every action there is equal and opposite reaction. That is, if horse is exerting some force on the cart, then in return, cart is also exerting some force on the horse. Now, if these two forces are equal and opposite, then at first glance it appears that horse will not be able to pull the cart. But yet, the cart is pulled by the horse. Let's see how. Now, to understand this, consider this diagram. This is the cart. There is a force of friction between the wheels of the cart and ground, and it acts in the opposite direction of the motion. Suppose cart is moving in this direction, then force of friction will be acting in this direction. In order to pull the cart, the horse will bend in the forward direction and push the ground in the backward direction with his feet. Due to this, a forward reaction force will act on the horse. It is denoted by this R. So R is the forward reaction force. Horse ने अपने फीट से ग्राउंड को पीछे की तरफ पुश किया और बदले में ग्राउंड ने क्या किया, उसके ऊपर एक फॉरवर्ड रिएक्शन फोर्स लगाई. Now you can see friction force, it is opposing the motion, and it is due to this forward reaction force that the horse will be able to pull the cart. If this forward reaction force is less than F, then horse will not be able to pull the cart. But if forward reaction force it becomes greater than the force of friction, then the horse will be able to pull the cart. हॉर्स ने अपने फीट से ग्राउंड को पीछे पुश किया, बदले में ग्राउंड ने एक फॉरवर्ड रिएक्शन फोर्स लगाई हॉर्स पर. अगर ये फॉरवर्ड रिएक्शन फोर्स फ्रिक्शनल फोर्स से ज्यादा हो जाती है तो हॉर्स कार्ट को पुल कर पाएगा. जब तक ये फॉरवर्ड रिएक्शन फोर्स ऑफ फ्रिक्शन यानी ओपोजिंग फोर्स से कम रहेगी, तब तक हॉर्स विल नॉट बी एबल टू पुल द कार्ट एंड कार्ट विल नॉट मूव. Next question. Explain why it is difficult for a fireman to hold a hose which ejects large amount of water at high velocity. So students, here you can see this is a hose pipe. This is a fireman. Fireman is holding this hose pipe. Now water is coming out of this hose pipe at very high speed. This hose pipe ejects a large amount of water at very high speed in the forward direction, as you can see. So this stream of water in the forward direction exerts a backward reaction force on the hose pipe, due to which the hose pipe tends to move in the backward direction. देखिए पानी बहुत स्पीड से और बहुत ज़्यादा पानी और बहुत स्पीड से आगे की तरफ जा रहा है. दिस इज द एक्शन. और बदले में रिएक्शन क्या होगा, इस होज पाइप के ऊपर रिएक्शन होगा और इट विल मूव इन द बैकवर्ड डायरेक्शन. Now the fireman should hold this hose pipe very tightly, otherwise it will slip through his hands. Next question. From a rifle of mass 4 kg, a bullet of mass 50 gram is fired with an initial velocity of 35 meter per second. Calculate the initial recoil velocity of the rifle. देखिए रिकॉयल वेलोसिटी का मतलब है जब बुलेट फायर करते हैं तो बुलेट आगे की तरफ जाती है और जो गन है वो पीछे की तरफ एक झटका लगाती है, जिसको रिकॉयल बोलते हैं. हम किस वेलोसिटी से रिकॉयल करती है वो होती है रिकॉयल वेलोसिटी. वही हमको निकालनी है. सो फर्स्ट वी विल कैलकुलेट द मोमेंटम ऑफ बुलेट, देन वी विल कैलकुलेट द मोमेंटम ऑफ राइफल, देन अकॉर्डिंग टू लॉ ऑफ द कंजर्वेशन ऑफ द मोमेंटम ऑफ बुलेट इज गोइंग टू बी इक्वल टू द मोमेंटम ऑफ राइफल. From there we will calculate the velocity of the recoil. देखिए मोमेंटम ऑफ बुलेट निकालते हैं सबसे पहले. तो मोमेंटम का फॉर्मूला होता है मास इनटू वेलोसिटी. तो किसका मोमेंटम निकाल रहे हैं, बुलेट का. तो मास ऑफ द बुलेट इनटू वेलोसिटी ऑफ द बुलेट. मास ऑफ द बुलेट इज गिवन इन ग्राम्स, कन्वर्टेड इनटू किलोग्राम्स. सो 0.05 किलोग्राम इनटू 35 मीटर पर सेकंड. वो न्यूमेरिकल में ही दिया हुआ है 35 मीटर पर सेकंड. सो 1.75 किलोग्राम मीटर पर सेकंड. दिस इज द मोमेंटम ऑफ बुलेट. Now calculate the momentum of rifle. Mass of the rifle is 4 kg. It is given to us. Velocity we have to calculate. So let's assume the velocity of the rifle is v. So 4v kilogram meter per second. Now equate these two values according to the law of conservation of momentum. So 1.75 is equal to 4v. So v is equal to 1.75 upon 4. So answer is going to be 0.4375 meter per second. So this is the recoil velocity. Next question. Two objects of mass 100 gram and 200 gram are moving along the same line and direction with velocities of 2 meter per second and 1 meter per second respectively. So हमारे पास दो ऑब्जेक्ट हैं, एक का मास है 100 ग्राम, दूसरे का मास है 200 ग्राम, और ये एक ही लाइन में और एक ही डायरेक्शन में चल रहे हैं with these speeds 2 meter per second and 1 meter per second respectively. They collide. अब उनकी collision हो गया. And after the collision, the first objects move with velocity 1.6 meter per second. Determine the velocity of the second object. So we will calculate the momentum total momentum before collision, and we will equate this with the total momentum after the collision. We will get our value. So momentum of the first object, तो पहले collision के पहले कितना होगा? What is the mass? 100 converted into kilograms. So 0.1 kilogram into 2 meter per second. ये collision से पहले की है first object की. So 0.2 kilogram meter per second. For second object it is going to be 0.2 into 1, that is 0.2 kilogram meter per second. So total momentum कितना हो गया? दोनों bodies का मिला करके, दोनों objects का मिला करके 0.2 plus 0.2, that is 0.4 kilogram meter per second. Now after the collision, what will happen? What is the momentum? Mass into velocity. Velocity after the collision is given to you, 1.67 meter per second for the first object. So 0.1 into 1.67 meter per second. So 0.167 kilogram meter per second. This is for the first body. Now for second body or second object, it is going to be mass into velocity. The velocity of second object we have to calculate after the collision. So 0.2 v kilogram meter per second. So add both these momentas, you will get 0.167 पहले वाले का ऑब्जेक्ट का आफ्टर द कोलिजन, और ये दूसरे ऑब्जेक्ट का यहाँ से देखिए 0.2. Now according to law of conservation of momentum, total momentum before collision is equal to total momentum after collision. What is the total momentum before collision? 0.4, and after collision this is 0.167 plus 0.2v. Equate करके v is going to be 1.165 meter per second. So this is the velocity of the second object. So we will discuss the rest of the questions in the next lecture.